Okay, we might be back. Uh, and all right, I think we're back. In the meantime, while you've gone, Matt has dumped both his V's playing Revival. Brad dumped some of his vowels playing Laura. Then Matt plays Revival. It is now Bradley's turn, which I will indicate on the screen here in a moment. We have, so Brad has a 45-point lead. The board is incredibly unfriendly for bingos, so absent some monster non-bingo play that I'm not really seeing what it could be, Brad is actually in a pretty comfortable position, just given the given the game situation. There are exactly 6 tiles in the bag. Including an S, which is a resident in the bag. ST is in the bag. There's another D in there. No, there's not. Yes, there is. CS. I mean, the pool doesn't look terrible. There are bingos that could play in the pool, but there's just no place on this board where they're going to come to a happy landing. And so Brad has this. It looks pretty well. I don't want to say it's pretty well sewn up. I don't want to start to count chickens because Matt is one of the very best players, and there could be something he has up his sleeve that comes out to happen. But really, it looks pretty dire. So doesn't look like we have much in the way of results from round 9 yet. Josh Castellano has defeated Jason Keller. That puts him at 6-3, up to 6th place. Matthew O'Connor lost to Lisa Brown. Close game. Matt's now 5-4, and Lisa's also 5-4. And next we'll be showing you Matthew O'Connor and Adam Logan because apparently Evans and Adam didn't play fast enough. So it'll be a great match. They're both really great players. So that'll be coming up after the conclusion of this game. We'll get a Collins game with Matthew and Adam. Bradley plays Geoid in order to, cut off any possible shenanigans at 6B with a Y out. That play does make sense. It doesn't give much of anything back. And yeah, and it leaves 2 in the bag. So that's something reasonable. As it turns out, Matt has the Y, but also complete crap to go with it. So it's going to be a bit difficult. It would have been difficult for him to take any sort of meaningful advantage of that B6 square. And really, there's not much to do yet at all. Bradley has actually arranged his letters to spell cool wit. Mats are all kinds of upside down, sideways, and backwards. Bradley having a bit of fun for the camera, finding some different arrangements for his letters. Not too much, I think, that Matt can do with only 2 tiles in the bag. Those 2 tiles appear to be C and D. No, there's an S. No, the C's on the rack. It's D and S are the 2 in the bag. Matt has a bunch of 20-point plays to cash the Y, and it looks like he's made one of them. Which I'm not seeing what Matt played. Oh, he played Eon. And over in the Collins division, Jen Lee has beaten Shana Bassi. She's currently sitting in first place at 7-2, with a couple of games still to finish. But for the moment, she's leading the field. Really great accomplishment. She's had a really great run so far this tournament, and yeah, it's pretty exciting. And this game is finishing out with Matt down to the end of his clock, it looked like. Brad played Loco, and then Daisy went down. Followed by Wit in the corner to play out. So a good 408 to 344 win for Bradley Robbins over Matt Graham. A well-played game, pretty solid. Pretty solid game all around. So congratulations to him, and well done. That will bring let's see, that'll bring Brad up to 4-5 in this tournament, and Matt will fall to 4-5 in the A division. They're completing the paperwork for the game, and then we will have a bit of a chat with Brad and Matt about the recent game and about the tournament in Albany. So stay tuned for that. And then once that is done, we will have Adam Logan and Matthew O'Connor up. Right now, you can see the standings. Jennifer Lee at the top of the table at 7-2. Stefan Rao, Evans Clinchy were 6-2. We don't have the results from their game yet, nor the results from Adam's game against Stefan, Evans' game against Brad. Josh Castellano is at 6-3, and then there's a bunch of other games which are still in progress. All right. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes. I can hear you.
All right. You're on the air.
Okay, hey, Chris. Here, have a seat. Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Chris. I got Bradley and Matt here, and they're going to scoot together so they can both get on the screen if they're okay with that.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Or maybe just swivel it back and forth, and if you guys could just, maybe go back and forth as you talk, but just hold on to that. And all right, Chris, say something. Can you guys hear okay?
Yep. Can you hear me?
What?
Yep, you can hear me?
Yep.
All right. That looked like it was a pretty nothing too spectacular in that game. Bradley had to hit the first bingo down and then just kind of held on to the lead.
Were there any mistakes that either of us made that you noticed?
I didn't see anything that stuck out. It all seemed pretty fairly standard.
What do you think of the Cream versus Gede decision in the beginning?
I think Gede was the better decision. I think it's more important to move the J and move on rather than maybe keeping a slightly shorter leave.
You said he got the first bingo and kind of held on, but the fact is he followed up with a Z play.
Yeah,
through a bingo I gave him, which I didn't want to do, but I could only see 74-point bingos to the E.
Yeah.
Thrinode, stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
that was it.
Give up 7
that
points.
was it. Horrent was the best play there, I think.
No, it wasn't, because he played Azo.
As it were, it didn't work out.
Chances of that coming were low.
No, but there is still a problem with Azo. Like, I don't know how good he is, but I mean, I think I'm probably a little stronger, and I will go out of my way to try and not make things easy. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And making him have to have a bingo as opposed to something simple there, which would be Zeta.
Results,
whatever. I saw different zits. I would have preferred a bingo up top, but 7 points is too much, right? Considering, there's all, what I'm saying? Like, there's that's what I felt.
Yeah, and after the bingo goes down, you're still down a tempo, so those 7 points are going to actually be pretty important.
7 points at tempo, but I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's so close. It's razor thin, but 7 points at tempo, I generally try and take a lesson from how I'm playing and what I feel there then, because also Thrino just led to a more open board in the future.
How many tiles were in the bag?
If he plays that Z, he also kills the board.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because lessens the board, right?
How many tiles were in the bag at that point anyway? 15 to 20?
Enough. You weren't a super favorite to have a Z.
Yeah.
But
they're 20, 25.
I think the result indicates I should have just played up high and given up 7, settled for being down 10 or 15, and trying to make that up by not... you get to play Kex, I make it a world easier game for you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Chris, right?
Yeah. It's easy to say in hindsight. hard to not play Horrent when you're sitting there not knowing what he has.
I frequently don't make plays like Horrent, and I think I have this tournament, and I wondered if I wasn't being vain and not wanting to make the stupid-looking play if it backfired on me. I mean, that's more my style, to make the stylistic play versus the opponent with what I know about him. And down even a little bit of tempo, then I should maybe want the board open, That I was afraid, I'd already had so many tough decisions with the plays like Test. Do you remember Test?
Yep.
Yeah, the overlap, right?
Yeah. Like, I had no idea what to do there.
Yeah.
Those scored well, given it was 1 point ties.
Right,
Yeah.
but, I'm like burning S's and whatever,
Yeah.
but like a play like Met on that board with only that I as a vowel, leaving him in ST, some other, NNST, I guess, then even.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Mint is totally ineffectual, but did Test look best, according to Sim?
I didn't sim it, but I don't think anything else came up that looked, that was really great. Like, Test makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Minnow was also strong when I played Born, but Born looked pretty good considering.
Yeah, Born and Boreen fit there too if you want to play one more tile, but Born keeping the E.
Oh, Boreen. Yeah, I would want to keep the E, but I didn't see it. Boreen, right?
Okay.
Wait.
I don't know that. Well,
No, it's E&E.
EEN, yeah.
Oh, okay.
The next game is ready to go. It's Matt O'Connor and Adam Logan.
Okay, thank you, Chris.
Thanks for chatting, guys.
Thank you.
Continue the tournament. Thanks, Chris.
Yep, thanks.
Thanks, Vince.
What board count on mine?
Yeah, I don't know if we have time to do that now, but if you can do the racks, that'll be one less thing that I need to do, and one less window I need open.
Can we close the shade so I can see things?
Yes. All right, so we're about ready to start. I think Adam.
The Battle of the Gingers.
Adam is going first, and Mini Adam is going second. And Quackle is beautifully frozen. Let's have look at the standings for a moment. Adam has taken the lead. Jennifer is in second on spread. We still don't have a result from the Evans-Brad game.
Jen has dropped to second, sadly. Adam has her on spread,
Yep.
but that's it. And it looks like whoever wins the Evans-Brad game will go ahead of her on spread as well. But she'll remain in third.
Yep. So it's good. And looks like we're about to begin with Adam and Matthew.
The Battle of the Gingers. The red-haired duel to the death. Board death is probably less exciting than not bored death. Like, I don't want to be bored to death.
All right, and we are off. And Adam is going first. Matthew has a clunky rack with the Y to begin. That's going to be a bit difficult. Not too many various choices for Adam. There's, oh, whoops, I closed that, didn't I? He can either play open short or open long. The long opening would be something like aortal. Short opening, he's looking at AT or AL, or maybe even an exchange of those tiles, something along these lines, which this will all make much more sense to you once the racks are on the screen. Which would be in a moment. And yeah, Adam opens with AT.
Not for me to play.
We'll have this for you in a moment. Just getting the racks on the screen right now. Adam bingos immediately. And one moment, and we'll have racks for you.
Right. Yeah, they're a little speedy.
Yeah, in the game with Evans and Adam, I pointed out that they do have a tendency to play incredibly quickly, both of them. Matthew is known even more as a speedy player.
Mm-hmm. I don't have to do this. No.
All right. And okay, we have some racks for you. Why did the board not update? We have lots of things on the board. There. And the scores look like they're actually doing something. Okay. And all right, Adam off to a good start with the bingo and the big KG play. He's a very KG player. And it also looks like Adam has drawn first blank at this point. So it's an uphill battle for Matthew.
He gets angry occasionally, but it takes a while. It's kind of funny, though, when it happens. An answer to your question, Jess. I've only seen it a handful of times myself.
All right. I think we have everything under control. And I think we're caught up with the game. And all right. Adam has 22 and a half minutes. Matthew has 20 minutes. Is this a game where they both play upside down, and so they keep moving the board?
So it's upside down.
Because the board is pretty upside down right now. Get the shot of the board. Matthew's played Dorb. D or B? That's the question. Matthew actually played Dorb? Oh yeah, I should probably choose the correct lexicon.
Yes, he did play Dorb. It was Dorbs.
It was Dorbs.
And
There you go. Adam has dropped the J. And Adam is still sitting looking at the blank, and now he has a really positive rack to use it. And it looks very much like he's going to bingo next turn. Perhaps.
do you want us to friend?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Do you not want to?
No.
I can manage.
We didn't do with racks.
I can do them. And Matthew kindly gives Adam a place to bingo. It's not a bad play, actually. You know, you're gonna move some tiles, move some ease if you have a surplus, take advantage of the J, all these things like that. So it's not a poor play.
You got it.
Does he actually have 4 eyes? Wait, no, he has lots of tiles.
His knight, I. Yes. Yes, his one eye that he kept playing heel, he drew 2 more.
Yeah.
And, of course, Adam just...
Oh, yeah, the asterisk as to whose turn it is.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
And it looks... Adam bingoed and Matthew is challenging.
Yeah. We'll just give Matthew the asterisk there. Adam has played Dinnels. And that's going to be +5. And yeah, this game is going a bit rough for Matthew. It's really tough playing Adam when he starts hitting stuff out of the gate. Like, it can go south pretty quickly. If he starts drawing bingos, he's not going to miss them. It's going to be just, it's just going to be really, really difficult to do much of anything. So now looks like Matthew exchanged a bunch, which I can't blame him. Kept EINT, it looks like. And now we're back on Adam's turn. Something like Yao is sort of your go-to play here. It scores 30. Does open up some cross lines where there currently are none. So it's worth stopping, taking a second look, trying to figure out, what the next possible play is, if there are other possibilities, other things to do. Of course, with a lead like this, that's 2 bingos plus, something like Yao might not be a terrible play. If you're creating basically a one-time opportunity, and then you can play parallel. Yao, the new Yao is probably even a better choice because it's going to make the W is going to be more difficult to deal with. The thing with playing down here is that it does leave open possibilities. This this and the row, on the end column, it leaves those guys open. So that's a potential a potential disadvantage if you're, because those can be big plays, and then you're still leaving open this area for the bingos. Adam, in fact, chose rowies playing the S to seal off this section. Also to play another tile. The S isn't that valuable on this board, so the extra few points are going to be worthwhile. Just a really good, all-around sort of play. Is when Adam is, actually making plays like that, and he has a masterful control of the board, and so it's going to be a difficult challenge to come back against someone who knows very, very well how to prevent players from coming back. They aren't both on turn. It is Adam's turn. We have the racks updated as necessary. And the Adam sitting on the Z. Nothing really whiz-bang to do with the Z. There's not a huge. There's some non-Z plays. There's no, there's not an opportunity to cross the Z. Like nothing that's gonna go here or here. It might be worth just making a play with the V and saving the Z for the next turn, especially when there's some opportunity. If you draw the right thing, you can hit the M3 spot pretty hard, and this is actually what Adam does. He plays An, making a play that does set up the V, sets up. And gives him shots to draw into a Z play. And Matthew comes down with Venue. It seems a pretty standard play. It's going to score well. It's going to, clean up the UV problem on the rack. Does lots of things that it needs to do. It opens up some lines. Unfortunately, Adam has pulled the second blank. So this is not going well for Matthew at all. So we'll give you the live shot of the board. It's Adam's turn. And there is exactly one bingo that Adam has that plays. Top player like Adam, it would not surprise me one bit if he found it. Yeah, and if Adam does find it, then it's just going to be a salvaging what spread you can sort of situation for Matthew. Matthew O'Connor has been playing. He is a sophomore in college this year, I think, maybe a freshman in college, and he's been playing tournament Scrabble as long as I have, for over 10 years. He started as a phenom when he was about 6, and has been really turned into a top player in the time since then. Adam had Visament through the N in venue. He plays Z, which is a very strong board controlling play. And Matthew comes back and hits this hits that end column spot that had remained open for quite a while by playing Fired. Adam, however, is unfazed and is still sitting on the second blank. No bingos for Adam on this one. And yeah, fit is as good as anything. It's a very normal play in this situation, and certainly makes a lot of sense. Balances the rack, and does some closing. It's probably an interesting thing. You would initially think Adam's sitting on the second blank. Why does he want to close the board? But with holding the second blank with a lead like this, it's not uncommon for a top player to not necessarily play aggressively with the second blank when you're already 2 bingos ahead. Because really, yeah, you want to bingo with it, but you want to do so in a way that's going to prevent your opponent from doing other things back or in response. At some point in the game, it may come that Matthew is going to open the board, and what Adam wants to be sure of is that he has the tiles he needs to take advantage of whatever opening Matthew may provide. So it's it's not so much about Adam setting up his own bingo, but Adam making sure that when Matthew tries to set up a bingo, he has what he needs to respond. So a play like Z, a play like Fit, it's still a board closing play. You don't want to go crazy and start, opening things all over the place, because because if you keep opening too many things, it's going to give your opponent an opportunity to make a play in response and hit a bingo in response that you really don't need them to make. Chow goes down, Bivia goes down, Adam is holding I blank and some things. We'll get as soon as we get Adam's full rack, we'll update update the screen. The W rack that Matthew had was unfortunate. So we see Adam just sort of lying in wait still. There's not a whole lot of activity on the board. Her there scores pretty well. And yeah, there's no risk, nothing weird going on in Mudville tonight. Matthew creates a second opening, playing Yule. This, of course, opens stuff, these lines here. This is still an active bingo line. And those are really the two spots that we have on the board where Matthew or Adam might get a bingo down. There's and it's impossible to block them both at the same time. So the counter made by Yule is a serious counter. If you're playing Burrito, now you've opened up a second line, and they both can't be taken at the same time. Worth noting, there are exactly 7 tiles in the bag at this point. Adam had drawn the X. He plays XI over in the corner, setting up a third bingo line, which he will then bingo out with an 8 beginning in X, because he's Adam Logan, and that's how he rolls. Drop the 8 ending in X, or starting with X, drop the rack, walk away. And Matthew finally gets his bingo down. You can see the tiles hitting the board. He has tramples. That does, in fact, empty the bag. And gives, of course, Adam his in-out bingo. I believe he made the blanket T. So that's the end of this. Adam wins 5-10 to 307, a pretty thorough demolishing of Matthew O'Connor. Adam finishes with 12 and a half minutes on his clock. Matthew is just under 10 on his clock. So we have a completed game at this point. Very quickly done. Alistor, followed by Dinnels, followed by drawing the second blank. It was, basically all Adam. Matthew didn't appear to make any big mistakes. He just had some unfortunate timing, namely heel set up the big bingo. And then once Adam had that lead, there really wasn't much to do. I think we're going to get a short post-game interview with Matthew O'Connor. Hopefully we'll get that shortly. I don't know if anybody is watching along and in chat or not. But you see at the bottom of the screen the ticker with the current standings in the Collins division. And hello, can you hear us?
Good. I don't know how to hold these things, do I, Chris? Hi, this is Vince.
Hello.
We got Matt O'Connor here with us.
Hello, Matthew.
Hello.
You guys have a chat, and I'm going to go set up the next game, which I said was who?
I don't remember.
Okay, we'll get to it.
All right.
Here you go.
All
Hey,
right,
how's it going?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good. Had a rough game there.
Yeah, there wasn't too much you could do. Once Adam gets the first 2 bingos down and gets the lead like that, it's difficult to make anything happen against him.
Did I make any obvious mistakes?
Nothing really jumped out. I don't think you missed any bingos. Didn't have any obvious mistakes. Heel was bad timing and that it set up his bingo, but it was a reasonable play.
Yeah, don't know what I was considering there. Heel or what were the other options?
I don't know. It didn't seem like there was too much. That left what E-T
E-I-T, E-I-L-T. There's no good place to play H-E-E off.
Yeah. There was Lethe in the same spot if you want to play off more tiles.
L-E-T-H-E?
L-E-T-H-E-E.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, that's that. I don't know if that would have given Adam a bingo back or not.
Yeah.
But with the good tiles in the blank, he's going to hit it pretty soon either way.
Yeah. Did he basically play up perfectly?
Yeah, there didn't see anything that I would have questioned.
Yeah.
That he played.
Yeah.
So, how was playing on the setup?
It feels like a regular game. I mean, obviously there's the cameras there, but it's not like crazy.
Good. It's I'm glad that it's not disruptive or anything. The rack cams are working really well. The overhead board cam, it looks weird from the pictures I've seen, but it seems to be working fine.
Yeah, it works just fine.
And having I've been broadcasting some live shots of the board as well as the Quackle version of the board this time. So that
haven't actually been on Twitch yet. What does it exactly look like?
It's a bit hard to describe. I have a layout with the scores and the racks on the left, and then the board, either a Quackle board or the live shot of the board on the right, and then a ticker with the standings at the bottom.
Is your face in it, or is it just your voice?
Just my voice, and just my voice and the board and scores and rack layout.
Cool.
So it's a neat setup. We have a couple people watching.
Yeah.
So it's fun, and there were, I think, very minimal technical issues this game. Everything seemed to work out. It took us the first couple plays went pretty quickly while we were still getting the Rex set up on the screen, but no big issues. But it was unfortunate that for you this game that it wasn't more interesting.
Yeah, couldn't get much there.
Yeah, I've had a ton of those sorts of games against Adam. Like he hits the first bingo, he hits the second bingo, and then you're just like, what? So, yeah. Well, good luck in the rest of your games. Any big plans for tonight?
No, just probably some dinner and after hours.
Cool. Yeah, that's.
Luckily, it doesn't start till 11, so probably stay up a little later.
Yep, and that's always been good about scheduling the New Year's Day, so recognizing that
it's time to stay up till midnight.
Yep. So, Yep. To answer the question in the chat, we don't have results from Jennifer and Bradley yet. Jen was briefly in first place, was in second place going into this round, so she's having a
Yeah, she's doing well.
she's having a great tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, she beat me a couple rounds ago.
Yep. She beat Jason Keller by like 2 points. Had a really tough game with Evans. And playing Brad now and has Adam next, so she's getting the gauntlet this afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you're in the lead. You play all the best players.
Yep. That's why you show up. You know, you can play against the best.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, 5-5. I'm gonna be a little bit back from the lead, but still a lot of tournament to go. So
yeah,
not worried yet.
Not even halfway home. Plenty of time to run a Swiss Gambit.
Yeah, I mean, I was 5-5 last year at this point, and I ended up winning. So.
Yep. And completely doable.
Yep.
You know, and if everyone else is out drinking tonight, then maybe you'll have an advantage tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I'll probably go to bed by like 12 or 12:30, so plenty of time to get some sleep.
Yep. So cool, and good luck. Good luck in your last game. There's one more this afternoon, right?
Yeah, one more, and then dinner.
So good luck in your last one, and hopefully we'll see you on the broadcast board again.
Yeah, we'll see you. Get some TWL games in, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, we've had a mix.
Doing whatever. Maybe when I come back a little bit, and if I'm like near the top again and playing someone who wants to be there, we can do it.
Yeah, we'll see your rematch with Adam in round 21.
Yeah, something like that.
All right. Cool.
All right.
Great talking to you, and good luck in your last.
Yeah. Fuck. See you at some point, like Niagara Falls or something.
Yeah, I'll see you in Niagara. Yeah. I'll definitely be there.
Cool.
Alrighty.
See ya.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
All right. That was Matthew O'Connor, who was on the unfortunate end of a loss to Adam Logan. The final was 5-10 to 307. And we have one more game coming up this afternoon before everybody breaks for their New Year's Eve festivities. We will have the game coming up shortly. We have here the standings. Adam is in first on 8-2 plus 1,002. And then we have Evans and Jennifer on 7-2 with their round 10 games still outstanding. Stefan Rao is 7-3, having just beaten Josh Castellano. Brad is playing Jen, also coming into this round on 6-3, and Josh, having lost to Stefan, is 7-4, and that is the top of the pack. I don't know yet who is playing for us in the last round, but I am going to sign off for just a couple minutes, and then we'll be back in a very, very brief pause, and we'll be back and ready to go with the final round of the day. This is Chris Leip broadcasting the Albany New Year's Eve Scrabble tournament. And there's one more game, round 11 will finish up the second day of play. There are 2 more days to go, a total of 22 rounds. We'll be halfway through the event after tonight. And the technical broadcast, the The camera setup and technical streaming is brought to you by Vince Castellano. WGVC.com provides your technical infrastructure from the laptop to the cloud. He does a great job with his technology directing Scrabble tournaments, and this new setup with the broadcast is a great addition to what he has to offer. So we're very glad that he's been able to do this and been working with us to put this broadcast together for you. And looks like the Evans has won his game against Richard Buck to launch him into first place. We'll take a very short, 5-minute break and be right back with the final round of the day. This is Chris Leip, very briefly signing off.